Hey there, Fai Cheng here with a quick video on goal setting. Now, this is not about how to set goals, it's not the complete process, but it's an insight into how a lot of people, most people I think, get their goal setting wrong. So once you're aware of that, you can start setting the right kind of goals. And this is specifically set up in such a way that you can use this in business planning. So if you're self-employed and you're trying to, for example, build an online business or something along those lines, then this will help you. Now, what we've got here as a starter is a Google search for goal setting. As you can see, 8.3 million results. So there's a lot of information on goal setting out there. And if we look at the very first one, how to set smart goals, well, the blurb says setting goals gives you a life direction or gives you life direction and boosts your motivation and self-confidence. Well, that's true. But then they go into smart, which is, whatever it is, measurable and all that good stuff. And already they are starting to confuse a couple of issues here. So what I've got is a super fancy PowerPoint consisting of a total of one slide. So goal setting, when you step back a little bit, you can really break into three things. One is the motivation part, and they've mentioned this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this, except, and this is one of my pet peeves when it comes to the NLP personal development crowd. By the way, I've been there, drunk the Kool-Aid, etc., etc. I remember to this day sitting in one of the seminars where we're visualizing, and I'm visualizing a way I could literally feel being there and having opened my 50th healthy fast food restaurant. Well, to this day, I have not opened a single one. Now, why is that? Because when I was visualizing all this good stuff, and it gets you motivated, no doubt about it, it feels good, it gives you a buzz, you are in a community of like-minded people, etc., etc., etc. But the one bit that was missing was, at that point, I had not opened a single restaurant. Never mind, run a restaurant. I'd been to a restaurant, but that's about it. So the only thing that was there was my passion for health and fast food, or health and getting food quickly, because I'm a sort of endurance cyclist. I do long distance cycling, so sometimes you need food very, very quickly. So I wanted to combine those things. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because that exemplifies how a lot of people make decisions. And that's basically when you then go and make a decision like, I'm going to do YouTube marketing, or I'm going to build a funnel, or I'm going to target this particular audience. Unless you have that particular experience under your belt, everything you're doing is make-believe. It's based on make-believe information that either your brain tells you, well, could be true, or, common sense tells me this might work for me. Or, of course, you've picked this up from a sales letter or a webinar where someone tells you, hey, look, no, it's easy. You just copy my method and fine, clients will be breaking down your door. The reality is the only way to make sane decisions that are actually relevant for your, and this brings us to the last point, execution, for you implementing a plan that gets you to that big, hairy, audacious goal, is to base your decisions on reality. And reality is something that works for you in your business, for your particular target audience, not for other people. And believe you me, I've been there, I've done that. I've bought other people's courses. I started implementing it and it didn't work. Obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. And I followed this thing step by step. And you very quickly get to the point where you go, well, what is wrong with me? You start beating yourself up. And another pet peeve of the personal development crowd is like, it's the ultimate cop-out. They go, well, you clearly didn't have what it takes. You clearly didn't have the desire. You clearly weren't motivated enough. You clearly didn't set a big, hairy, audacious enough goal. That's bullshit, right? The underlying problem, that really is what this video is about, is if you set your goals based on make-believe, on other people's information, on stuff that works for others, but you haven't proven for yourself that it will work for you, you will encounter all kinds of obstacles and you will be disappointed. And more likely than not, you'll go and beat yourself up. You'll go, well, what's wrong with me? Am I stupid? Don't I have what it takes? Do people not like me? Why are they not subscribing to my newsletter? Whatever it is you're doing, you'll get this negative feedback and you'll bring it back to you, as opposed to going, well, actually, it turns out I was setting goals for which I have no basis of making it. So if I could give you one piece of advice, I said in the beginning I wasn't going to tell you how to set goals, but here's a hint on how to do this properly. Your number one priority needs to be to set goals that are under your control. So I'll give you an example. If you go and say, right, I'm going to do YouTube marketing and I'm going to acquire 100 new subscribers per day. That is something that is not under your control, because you don't know if people are going to resonate with your message. What is under your control, on the other hand, is to say, I'm going to publish one video of 3 minutes duration every single day. That is something you can control. And then you can very quickly see how you adding a daily video to your YouTube channel impacts the number of subscribers you're getting. And now you've got a good feel for it. You're saying, well, every time I add 5 videos, I'm getting X new subscribers, or new, whatever they're called on YouTube. So the most important thing is to start making or setting goals. And this brings us back to, this good thing here. There's a lot of good information out there, don't get me wrong, but don't confuse the stuff that motivates you and the stuff or the goals you're setting in order to achieve something. Namely, you want to get to decision making and then execution. You want to have a plan that gets you closer to your goal. So separate those out. By all means, have a vision board. Do visualize. I do, right? That gets me going. But when it starts getting towards making decisions in your business, make sure they are something that is under your control. And if you have questions around this, reach out to me. I'll help you with this. I'll give you more examples. And then when you execute, make sure it doesn't go back to you where you go, well, I clearly don't have what it takes. No. You, especially when it comes to acquiring clients online marketing in general, there's only feedback. There truly is only feedback. And if the message didn't resonate, well, you try another one. It has nothing to do with you. Alrighty. Any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Cheers. Bye.